So joining me in studio is Jefferson Saki. He's the chairman of the Media Subcommittee of the Ghana 60 celebrations. Jeff, good to have you in the studio.
Good to have you.
It's been a while. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me here.
Great,
All is
great.
well.
Right. So tell me, what's been the level of interest so far in this whole celebration?
It's been amazing so far, I can tell you, Pakwesi. I mean, ever since His Excellency the President put together the National Planning Committee, you've had several, corporate entities coming in to say that, look, they want to support, they want to pledge their commitment to it. Individuals are also coming. Of course, you also know that this is a huge task. It's a year-long celebration, and so all hands are basically needed to be on board to ensure that this is quite successful. There are some individuals who are coming in and saying that, look, on the 6th of March, I mean, the very day that Ghana turns that 60 years, I mean, they are prepared to clean up, the Black Star Square, which for us is a remarkable, feat. Several people are also taking opportunity of the anniversary celebration to cash in, of course, various souvenirs coming in and all that. And so I can tell you for a fact that the interest of the Ghanaian people in this anniversary celebration is growing by the day.
All right, so this Ghana 60 years on celebration.
Ghana 60 years on.
That's the type for the celebration. I know that you're hoping to raise about 20 million cedis, is it? And this entirely from the private sector, or is government going to, top up?
No, the hope and the belief is that we should be able to raise the 20 million Ghana cedis from corporate Ghana. And I can tell you for a fact that, the response has been quite encouraging. Several, banks, the telecom entities are actually coming in, pledging their support. I can tell you also that the very first day that we launched the logo itself, there were several of them in that particular dinner who actually pledged their commitment. So at the end of the day, it is up to the subcommittee responsible for sponsorship and fundraising to go out and take these pledges. That
keeping proper records of accounts of monies that come in. Are you able to tell how much you've raised so far?
Of course, I mean, it's going to be very transparent, no two ways about that. And we've said from the very onset that every cash that is actually going to come in is going to be very transparent and published for the Ghanaian people to know. So there's no need to rush in how much is coming in and all that. What I know for a fact, that every year government basically allocates some funding, for the celebration of the independence anniversary. I mean, whether you have the 60th anniversary or not, there was basically going to be some funds available on the part of government. But what we want to do is we want to stay away from that funding this year, provided we are able to raise the $20 million. And also mind you that this 20 million Ghana cedis that we're talking about is not money to be spent on the independence anniversary that day alone. It's a year-long celebration. We're looking at putting together a Heads of State museum. You and I know that it's difficult to access any archival, stuff from any of our heads of state. So we think that it is important to have that. We also want to build 60 libraries in 60 deprived communities across the length and breadth of our country. And plus what we also term the legacy project. It could be, for example, a national cathedral where interdenominational, where you have various churches coming in to worship. So there are several things on the table. And so we believe strongly with our theme, mobilizing for Ghana's future. It is so crucial, it is so important for every Ghanaian to be part of this celebration.
So we've got now till when? The day proper is what, 6th March?
6th March is when the anniversary itself starts.
Right.
And the uniqueness of this 6th March is that His Excellency the President is going to light the perpetual flame, which is very usual. Now, after he does that, he's also going to light what we call the Independence Anniversary torch. Now, that torch is going to be given to one significant Ghanaian. It could be a journalist, it could be a farmer. Possibly. Of course, possible. It could be a nurse, it could be anybody at all. What is going to happen is that the anniversary torch is going to crisscross this country from Accra to Central to Western to the Volta region to Ashanti region. The reason behind this is for every single region to be part of this celebration, so that, for example, when it gets to the Volta region, the story will be told of how, the Volta region, for example, contributed to the independent story of our country. What are the job opportunities in those particular regions? What are the challenges in those particular regions and all that?
Great.
So,
okay. So I'm going to come back shortly and wrap up with you, Jefferson Saki, who's a chairman of the subcommittee of the Ghana 60 year on committee. Let's now, as part of the celebrations, let's get to hear some famous quotes from Ghana's first president, Osage Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Ghana, your beloved country is free forever.
These words, proclaimed on the eve of Ghana's independence, are perhaps the most quoted recited the known of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's speeches.
The black man is capable of managing the whole affair.
But before this night, Dr. Nkrumah spoke from his heart and gave out a message of hope, which touched not only Ghanaians but also Africans. His speeches exuded his intellect and depth of knowledge across several fields of learning.
Those spearheading the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the imperialist powers who have brought in their vassals, Spain and Portugal. Portugal, in fact, since the wars of the Spanish Succession, 1700 to 1714, being a protectorate of Britain, which has enjoyed special trading and unnecessary rights in both Portugal and in the Portuguese territories for over 200 years. Who is the enemy? Fellow freedom fighters, the enemy is imperialism.
He was politically suave and knew how to carry his audience along.
Presidents and distant delegates, it's quite clear that a desperate attempt is being made to create confusion in the Congo, extend the Cold War to Africa, and involve Africa in the suicidal quarrels of foreign powers. The United Nations must not allow this to happen.
Even before the term "one district, one factory" or "one household, one meter" found its way in the 2016 electioneering as a political mantra, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was the first to use these terms.
Perhaps you didn't hear what I said. One man, one car, one man, one house.
The canker of corruption was prominent in Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's government, and on its eradication, these were his thoughts.
It's not a problem peculiar to any country. I personally feel that the only way in which you can stop corruption in a country is to build up a strong public opinion against it.
And perhaps someday Africans may wake up to the realization of a dream he passionately spoke about: a United States of Africa.
All right, so those were some great and famous quotes and speeches from Ghana's first president, the great Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Jefferson Saki, I've got to say a big thank you to you. Jefferson Saki is the chairman of the media subcommittee of the Ghana
60 years on.
60 years on celebrations. Jeff, thank you very much. You wanted to give me something?
Yes, of course. I mean, it's quite interesting what people are doing, right? Like I said earlier, people are really cashing in on the celebration. And so I just want to give you one of the pins that I got this afternoon.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, let me reserve this for Pakwesi Asare, a very good friend of mine.
So
let me put this on you, right? So
okay, thank you.
Pin you so that, I mean, from now till the launch of the anniversary itself, you always have this pin right
Thank
there.
you, Jefferson
And you
Saki.
give this to Portia?
I'll give this to Portia and the director as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
You're still watching News 360 Live from our news hub here in Accra.